Hey guys, Donald and Goofy did find me and they have brought me back. I've actually had a while off of YouTube and the Cube project as I recently moved to a new city.
You're stupid!
I know, but now that the place is finally put together, my PC is plugged in, I'm here to fulfill the promise I made in my last video. You can now get your own version of the Kingdom Hearts Commander Draft Cube completely for free today. Welcome to the Alex Makes Games YouTube channel. I'm obviously Alex, and here I make videos on the game projects I'm working on. My current project has been the Kingdom Hearts Commander Draft Cube, a custom set of 886 Magic the Gathering cards that combine the characters, items, and worlds of Kingdom Hearts with the mechanical depth of MTG. This video will have two sections. First, I'll go over how to get the print files and get your own cube, and the second section will go over the draft rules I've used while playing the cube. So first, let's get you the cards. There's a Dropbox link in the description of this video that will take you to a folder that has a load of stuff in it. You'll find 3 folders and an image. The first folder, Card Sleeve Art, is the HD artwork that I will be using for the card sleeves, which was made by a very good friend of mine called Rick. Thank you very much again, my friend. I really appreciate that you did this. I'll be buying these sleeves using the Dragon Shield Sleeve Crafter. Pretty simple. You'll find that there are 2 colors in there, one for regular cards and then one for tokens, so you can easily differentiate them. The next folder is HD Print Files MSE PDF Export. This has a few PDF documents in it that you can print yourself. All you need to do is load them into a printer, print them on A4 paper, cut them out, and you'll be pretty much good to go. This is definitely the easiest and probably the cheapest way to print the cube. But if you're insane like me, there's the third folder, HD Print Files Single Images. This is the more expensive and more difficult way to print the cube, but it's what I've done to achieve a really professional finish. I took all of these images along with the file HD Cardback, which you can find in the directory, and went to the website www.makeplayingcards.com. Now, I did not do the printing myself, but basically you only need to upload all of the images up, match them up to cardbacks, and then send them off for printing. All of the images have been printed before, so you should be good to go. And since they are all MTG proxies, you can only print 3 copies of each card image. This 3 card limit matters for things like tokens and basic lands, which is why you'll see new versions of these cards with different artwork so I could get more copies of them for the cube. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't actually do the printing of this cube myself. For my 30th birthday this year, a bunch of my friends pulled together to get this cube printed for me. They also bought me a box, some temporary sleeves so I could draft the cube, and even cube shells. So I've got literally everything ready to draft this cube. I can finally say this project's finished, and I'll move on to organising the print party for all of the guys who helped me test it over these last few years. There are also a ton of people that are really interested in playing the cube themselves, so I'm going to be organising a lot of games over the next few months. Words can't really express how special it is to have this cube in my hands. So thank you, Rick, Ditti, Kevin, Lloyd, Mikko, Scott, Jeroen, Sam, Maria, JB, Doisco, Janne, Nick, and Philip for pulling together to get this for me. I can't thank you all enough, and I will make sure you guys get the chance to draft this cube as much as you like. Moving swiftly on to the second part of the video, now that you have your own cards, here are the rules I've been using to draft it. The full cube is designed to be able to handle 3 to 8 players. You can technically draft with as little as 2 players, and as many as 14, I think is the max. But 3 to 8 is what I've been targeting. Each player drafts with 3 packs of 21 cards, for a total of 63 per player. Each player builds a deck of 50 or more cards, including 1 or more commanders and maybe an accessory. It can be bigger if you want, but the smallest your deck can be is 50. Speaking of accessories, there is a new zone called the Accessory Zone, where you put cards called accessories that have specific effects on your deck. More rules to come in future videos. Each deck must have a valid commander and follow color identity rules. If you don't draft a valid commander, don't worry. There are backup commanders in the cube. There are 5 Dream Eaters, 1 of each color, which are vanilla creatures with Team Up Dream Eater, which allows you to use any combination of these three to make a 3-color commander deck. These Dream Eaters aren't drafted and instead can only be used as backups, as a last resort if you just don't have a commander you can use. There's a small rules change to command attacks. Currently, command attacks counts up for each time the creature has been cast from the command zone. Instead, with the cube, command attacks goes up when the creature is returned to the command zone. This change is useful for decks that use 3 commanders with the team up mechanic, but doesn't really affect decks with only 1 commander. Finally, commander damage is in effect, so go nuts. There are custom mechanics in this set, like Team Up as mentioned earlier, but there is a reminder text on a lot of these cards to help you through it. If you need a rules reference, then you can go and check out the Plane Sculptors page linked in the description for more rules details. And of course, you can comment on this video with your questions, and I will do my best to reply as quickly as I can. So, what's next for the Kingdom Hearts Commander Draft Cube? Well, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is still meant to come out later this year, and I know that Kingdom Hearts 4 will bring a ton of new characters, Keyblades, items and worlds to this wonderful universe. There are also games that are unrepresented, like Kingdom Hearts Recoded, and some lost media I would really like to make a reference to, like Kingdom Hearts V-Cast. Or as a commenter once asked, the Kingdom Hearts board game? I've got no idea how I would make that, but leave it with me, I'll have a think. So maybe one day I'll create an expansion for the cube, but that is majorly in the future. For now, I'm going to close the book on this project, and I really hope you enjoy playing it as much as I've enjoyed working on it. And my final thank you is to you. Thank you so much for following this project. Words genuinely can't describe the feeling of having this set physically in my hands. It's the culmination of over 4.5 years of work, of all the feedback from my friends and from followers online like you guys. It's my tribute to 2 games that have inspired me as a game designer, and hopefully it's a worthy tribute of these 2 monolithic franchises in the games industry. Thank you all so much for all of your support on this completely ludicrous project. May your heart be your guiding key, and only one may stand.